Okay, we are now live, and actually the timing's a little bit bad. I all of a sudden feel the need to go. Anyway, first of all, I'm gonna share this with a few groups, and then we will proceed with Sealed. We're doing this one day earlier than usual because I completely forgot. Completely forgot I'm gonna be out the whole day tomorrow. So this one's gonna be a bit earlier than usual. Probably a good time to check out this very, very good time to check out Sealed. I'd rather do this earlier than do this one day late, I guess. It wouldn't even be one day late, it'd be kind of like half a day, and I'd probably be so tired it would not make sense anymore. That said, Through the Omenpaths, aka Spider-Man, aka we're probably gonna see this issue again next year since we know there's gonna be another Marvel set then. In fact, it's going to be very interesting if we start seeing through the Omen Path versions of a lot of things going forward, and it starts begging the point of, do we even bother anymore? But for now, well, we're now in the experimental phase of sorts. We're now in the let's see how the public reacts to this, and as it is, we're probably more concerned about the nature of this set, considering that usually we get 10 archetypes supported. This time there are literally only 5. This set was clearly designed to be a lot smaller than it is. I feel like a lot of cards might have been added all of a sudden. But here we go. We got white blue modified, blue black connive villains, black red mayhem villains, red green large spells, green white and web. So the colors centered around black are villains. The colors centered around white are spiders, aka heroes, but mostly in the spider part. Anyway, time to purchase some Through the Omenpaths draft. Draft Sealed. I'm actually gonna be curious on how they treat these draft tokens. We get 7 rares, 2 neuron hackers. Whenever you draw your first or second card each turn, put an ingenuity counter. You may cast an artifact spell from your hand. That's a dud. Bellion the Parched. This one's basically Hydroman, so it becomes cast a blue spell, gets +1/+1, and it becomes a land during your opponent's turn. So it does dodge a lot of sorcery speed removal. Also kind of a dud. Dustmourn's Claim. At the beginning of your end step, 2 target players each reveal the top card of the library. They each lose life equal to mana value revealed by the other player. Then they each put the card they revealed into their hand. So it's swingy. Braco, Heartless Hunter. Whenever a creature opponent controls with the greatest power dies, draw a card. Okay, so we're hoping to see a lot of good removal here. When Wrench enters, look at the top 9 cards of target opponent's library. Excel 2 of them face on. Okay. Get to borrow opponent spells. Whenever you attack with 2 or more spiders, put a +1/+1 counter. When this deals 4 or more damage, excel the top. Okay, we have a completely unflattering sealed pool. So first let's see the lands. I know we did not get anything great. We do have white, blue, blue, black, red, green, and target legendary creature gains menace. Okay. Let's take a look at our multicolored cards. Okay, white blue seems a bit solid. Blue black. Let's see if we have enough villains. Black red is looking quite good with that Knife Trick, though this one doesn't have to be red. Tiffany Orb Weaver Mayhem. We'll see if we have a solid Mayhem deck. We could go black, red, green. We have 2 red green lands, so that's a way to work it out. Leyline Weaver's kind of good. Dreadfang loaded by Fangs. So we could easily go black red green. We could also go green white blue, though the fixing's a little bit harder. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 against flying and so. Okay. Yeah. So we now have something of interest. Let's take a look. Spider Hero and okay, no. Steel Web. Okay, Steel Web Surveyor. We might have to run this. We might not have much of a choice here. we're probably gonna have to run at least one, maybe two. Data Scrubber, exile up to one target creature control connives. We could make this work. It's a villain. Opulent Valley when it enters. Okay, we can make that work too. So let's start by looking through our colors. We don't see the white vanishing light. In fact, we see a lot of tricks. Okay, Spectacular Tactics is decent as removal, but we've only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white creatures. A bunch of them have M-Web. None of them are cheap. They're kind of mid-range, so we're definitely not going to be running these. Blue is also super suspect. Like the rares are quite bad. Secret Identity. Okay, so Playable Trick. Tidal Spinner. Okay, Manowar. Tricks Interception. Okay. Okay, Vazin Two-Face Trickster. So we have a good tempo card, a clone, and that's it. So okay, let's take a look at black. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. This will help us splash, I guess. When this artifact enters, draw a card, sacrifice mill 4 cards, may put a creature card from among them. So that's the caveat there. That's why it's not so great. We'll definitely start with black first. We'll take a look at what we got here. Miasmic We could mayhem this for a slightly better effect, but it's a bit of a question mark if we could get that. Also of interesting note, we do have some mayhem outlets. So far 1 mayhem spell, 2 mayhem spells. Okay, there's removal, that's good. Wrench, we probably will have to run it. Exile this card from your graveyard, put 2+1/+1. Not looking forward to it, but we could probably run it. I don't think we're going villain, so I don't think we're gonna have enough spiders. We're also gonna have to check our mana value, see if something like a galvanized workforce will work. It's still cheap enough, I guess. Infernus. When it enters, search your library for and I'll see if we're forced to run it. I'd prefer not to. When it becomes tapped, discard draw. We'll probably run one, but it's a bit unexciting. Okay, actually, there's some good mayhem there. So we're looking for discard outlets here, and I think, unfortunately, that's it for, so like if we go to green, we're not gonna get much of them. Also, my concern is, if you look at our curve, it's like, it spikes up quite a bit here. So, we got a double knife trick, Orb Weaver. So now we need to decide if, well, we can also run Leyline Weaver, that's basically just red. Now, if we were to run green, what would we splash for? Grow extra arms? Probably not, we're not running that many spiders. In fact, we got 11 villains. We do have 5 spiders. So we could make it work. Whenever you cast a spell with, Lurking Lizard's not super exciting. No, the green is going to be it's going to be your splash color, so we have to decide if it's worth running it for, say, Brackle. Which is a bit of a question mark here, because our removal is 2 knife tricks. Miasmic Mist is kind of a question mark there. Damning Caress. We literally have only 3 removal spells. Everything else is gonna have to be by combat. Like, we didn't even get any. We're in so much trouble. Okay, I'm now gonna start looking for fight spells, but okay, we got a Perilous Lunge. We might have to run that. Terrific Team Up. This is okay. So we got 2 additional removal spells, and we have our legend, and we also have our legendary Colossal Dreadmaw. The double green is probably gonna put this out of contention. So we need to decide if I have to run these 2 cards. 17 and 6, we can make some room for them. Like, what we would probably have to cut probably the miasmic. We're gonna probably have to cut miasmic miss. I don't like that. So we're gonna probably be looking to cut. Prison break is probably gonna be a cut. Tetex might also be a cut. Like, I would probably try to sneak in Braco at this point. Dreadfang, probably not. Greatest power among permanents you control, so the most we're gonna get it is a 5. So this is not gonna fit. You will add both of these. Oh yeah, we're also gonna have to figure. We're gonna have to fit in some. We're gonna have to fit in a skill web surveyor. We don't exactly have a villain team that's more blue-black. We just incidentally have a lot of villains, so Duskmourn's Claim, I'm probably gonna drop that. That's super. Like, the problem is it nets both people cards, so that kind of kills the value for us. In Furnace, we want to have enough mountains, so maybe just one is enough. In fact, I might cut the second one, and I might cut the second one for something else, because right now, still 17 and 6. Like, sure, this searches up, but it only gets +1/+1 for each mountain we control. It's like, we'll get 5 here. Okay, we cut in Furnace. We can put another Surveyor, I guess. Mana is going to be quite important for us here. We can probably rebalance the lands, though. Yeah, we definitely have to rebalance this. So I'm going to give this one a go. I'm super not enthused with the deck. We probably have the worst case scenario right now for us. Like, typically Infernus is great, but not if you have to give up the advantage. Okay, you don't have to sacrifice the same land per se, but you're still kind of giving something up. Okay, at least we know we're mostly red. We can grab our black with this one, so there we go. And Knife Trick is going to be so important for us. Yeah, it's not so great that it puts it on top, but that's why it's a colorless version, and green gets the much better one. Now, that said, I could mayhem this in. You have to remember, this is not the same as Madness. Yeah, if you're able to get the early threat down, we're quite good here. Next turn, you probably just go Wardens of Silverweb Summit. And then cast our own Wardens of Silverweb Summit. Common Cook is fine. We definitely want to drop this one later. We'll drop this first. We will swing with our Spring Puller. That is the power of Mayhem for the most part. Like, if you can get the 2 mana discount is a very big deal here. When it probably has a fight spell of some sort. Yeah, they're looking at our Wardens. They want to get rid of it, so they have come in. They found their. So now this one will tag this one, which is fine. We can probably stop the brawlers here. I could play Restless Razorkin, but yeah, this is the case where we kind of want more mana than what we have right now. I'll probably start with the brawlers first. trade. Opponent's just gonna crack green life. Just taking it, okay. We don't have that many mayhem cards either, so this is gonna be an issue for us. Browse the swarm. When this enters, create. Okay, 1. Then spiders you control can't be blocked by creatures with defenders. Okay. Like I can give this menace and just swing just to tag one of these out. Probably end up taking the token. Can't swing with this. I am going to need the mana, so I don't like that I'm giving this one up. No, I could have activated this twice. Yeah, activate only as a sorcery. Yeah, if I did that, they would have just taken the 5. It would have been no good for us either. Our opponent had incidentally all the anthem effects. That's gonna be tough for us. Opponents in the tank though. There's okay. Are they? They're thinking I might have had an. Or is it really just super slow right now? Because as soon as I go to this one, they should not be able to respond to this. Yeah, I think servers are really slow right now. Hold on, I'm gonna check the internet connection. This is not looking good. One it also still has quite a full grip, so that is an issue for as well. What exactly are they holding up? They don't. Yeah, they don't have any effects. Neither do I. Yeah, it's okay. We have an internet issue. So this. Yep. But now connection is gonna be this bad all the time. Okay, opponent does drop their Infernus. They're probably gonna grab but yeah, we're kind of stonewalled until we can answer something. Like answering this would be really great. So we have a knife trick for that. Demon's Caress. We probably would still take this one. Infernus is not. There we go. Perfect team up. So definitely. Yeah, the internet connection's really delaying us right now. I'm gonna close this one first. Yeah, I might have to. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have creatures big enough for this. Tagging their Infernus is not the worst. Okay, we're tagging that one instead. We can still kind of make it work. Yeah, now you can see how important these spells are. We really needed the extra removal here. But yeah, this is not. And that's not looking so great. I wonder about the connection. connection on my end. Either that or service re. Oh yeah, probably should also mention that we currently have a. Okay, permanent card from among them. So they hit the land, so they did not want the Leyline Weaver, they wanted the land. Okay. I guess the pump spell. Pump spell's also trying to look at. I honestly have no idea what they have here. If like they have a lot of cards, but they're not exactly casting any of them. We're not exactly casting anything either, so there is that. I could have held on to this one, just some discard and draw, but I wasn't going to swing into it. So, and I kind of want at least a second black. If I hit another land, then we go for it. Opponent's looking to tag one of our creatures. Yeah, Andres Vega, thank you for liking the reel. Nice to see you there. I should note that with the way my setup works right now, of course they have a 6/6. And oh yeah, this is a 5/5 now, so we would really need to hit one of our. Unfortunately, our other removal spells a fight effect that just gives a +1/+1 counter, so. Rouse the Swarm is pretty good if you have all the incident. If you have all these incidental. Hold on, this is an elemental villain. Yeah. This is just getting it from the lands. Okay, let's double check. I probably will have to give this up. I might have. We unfortunately, don't have to. Like we had a decent start, but we don't have the big creatures to follow up. That's the problem. And we hit another land. Okay, we can concede this one. And oh my gosh, the game is not even fast, and the connection's not even good enough to let us concede. Wow. Going really bad for us. I might have to do another video just for this. Yeah, our pool was kind of terrible here. Let's see if we can shore up the. Let's see if we pivot instead from black into green instead. Because we might. I'm starting to think that might be our better option. Like we can give up some of these common crooks. Let's see what are the. We want to keep the four mana spells though. We might have to keep a bunch of these, but not all of them. So what are, or we could probably just cut some of the red, like Restless Razorkin. This is fine. This is fine. Strength. Yeah, these are the ones that we really want. Workforce can probably go. Okay, let's cut some of these. So what are the big ones we want to put in? Definitely want to put this one. So we're gonna have to rejigger our mana base. Actually, we still not so sure if we want this one, but we could hit some good stuff here. That's kind of why we're keeping the Prison Break. Maybe one less on the Brawlers, because return target card with mana value 4 or greater. Now take note, this is cards, so I can get back Terrific Team Up with this. So Celestial Archivist goes in. This one still doesn't get better. This one has an Enweb effect, so which means we kind of want more. Okay, I guess maybe. No, I think we still want more of these. We want to minimize our black now, but we have to do a double check on this. Yeah, we got it down to 996, which is honestly not so great. We kind of want to cut even more black. So Brawlers has to go. Let's cut the Common Crook. This one can run as red, so good games, dude. Catch you next time. Yeah, Yeah, hope to catch you next time too. Yeah, best of luck there. Well, best of luck to me too, I guess. Scout the city. I guess we do have to run this one. And we probably will be forced to run the Arachnologist as a result. I guess we can run Zan now, just for the end web. Look at the top 5 cards you may reveal up to 2. Sacrifice, create the treasure. Okay, that's not good. Go extra arms. Yeah, unfortunately the white did not look so great. This one's starting to look a bit good too, but I think we just run one of these. So sanity check now on our lands. It's gonna look more like this, which is super not ideal. Yeah, I got 7, 10, 10. Ugh. If I were to cut even more black. Okay, let's do a sanity check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's all 6 here. If I kind of count this, so we can drop this to 4. We can then split this up 5, 6 this way. It's gonna be super messed up for us, but we kind of have to try it. I like the idea of running a leaner splash with just a few of the green cards. But that one did not work very well for us. Well, there's our internet connection. See how it goes. Also mansion into Weaver. Okay, we got thing going. Honestly, it scares me if we don't take more mana. Okay, I'm gonna take a risk here. We know we're heavy green. Hitting any one black source is fine, but at least we know we can cast most of these. We got the knife trick, so if our opponent doesn't have removal for the Weaver, we can do a 1-2 and get things going that way. Yeah, this is something worth getting going. We really want to have something big. Also, a skill web surveyor of our own. And this does actually untap this, so in fact we could have just tapped this, untap. Let me just mess with it. We're not getting anything else. Next turn we probably have to play this one. Let's see what our opponent didn't end up taking the planes. We tried your aces, which we can still swing through. We did hit land. So team up to snipe this a bit too early. It's instant, so we actually don't have to. So we will grab our... In fact, we kind of want to hold on to it for as long as we can. So, swing with this first. We have to remember that we are losing out on the +1/+0 effect. If they have a fight spell, we also have a fight spell. I guess we're doing this one. Target card, so we're returning the terrific team up, and we can in fact cast this just to get another hit in while. Okay, it's super greedy. Okay, I could probably lose because of that one. We're now just kind of hoping to hit our 6th land. So if our opponent swings with Estli, we're just gonna take it. Sure. Now we don't have any non-creature artifacts, so that's a whiff. This one. Our opponent might have a pump effect. That is a concern. I'm gonna send a bunch of these in a spade. If they have the pump, yeah, if they do it like that, they don't have to do it. That just kills them. In fact, they probably should just block this one too. But I think, yeah, it would have sucked up one more damage, but yeah, that was the end of it. Okay, so the green pivot okay, so the green pivot was much more important than having a very streamlined mana base, so we're gonna just have to embrace that fact. We did not, though I think that the number of our black cards are much few. Yeah, it's few enough that we're not gonna suffer too badly, I hope. The more important thing is getting a 2-drop into a tree, getting a 2-drop into a medium to big follow-up. So this one is fine. We can start with our 3-mana tree. Now this is a cast trigger, so we will be able to get the exile this way. Did get our black mana, so that's good. Our opponent's gonna have a bit of an advantage, though. They do seem to be more Grixis. So we need to control a villain, which I dropped this first as a tree fall. Yeah, I dropped this as ooh, okay, whenever it enters, we discard the card with a +1/+1 counter. Okay, there actually. Yeah, we played this one first. We kinda need that toughness. And next turn, we will have some options here. All our opponent's stuff being 2 mana means that if okay, if they play a 3-drop, it does make it a bit more awkward for me to play Bravo first. That said, I do want to play Braco so that Damning Caress can actually give us the advantage that way. We're taking 2 because we everything being a 2-drop. So if I swing with this one, our opponent could have a 2-mana spell. So we swing first, see if they, because if they trade that one, we do turn Braco into a 5/4. Looking into that line of reasoning. Yeah, everything being of the same mana value for opponent is not helping them. They might end up just taking the tree, which is not the worst thing. They do want to trade, so yeah, we go for it. Now they might have a combat trick. I'm not too familiar with, you know, it went to damage, so get a treasure token, we get we can even do wrench. not quite. We probably do the Damning Caress first. I kind of want to set up Zan if we can. Another option is we drop Restless Razorkin first. So this one doesn't exactly grow. Retake. So let's see our opponent drop something really big. So all of a sudden, this is not. So we did kind of mess that sequence up. I should have played this first so we could get our land. But we already played our land anyway, so it didn't really matter that much. And we might as well... Yeah, might as well swing. Opponent is down to their last card, but looks like they're just going to tag us for 2. Then we play this one because we want to wrench. Alternately, yeah, this for the card build +1/+1 counter. Now let's just see what our opponent has. Rare? Yeah, this is super rare. I really forgot that I have to be out of town tomorrow, so I'm kind of forced to do it tonight. I would not be able to do it on Monday either because I'd be way too tired. Oh wow, these are nice hits. Next up on that, return up to 1, 2, 3, 4. How is it from your graveyard? So it does. So put the rest in the bottom. So we're actually taking a bunch of these away. Okay, we take those 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will have 7 mana, so we actually will have a lot of nice options here. So I'll swing with both. Also, my connection's a bit on the slow side right now. If our opponent's plan of survival is just to surveil that, so I should have double checked what Temple Trap does. Ready for next Champions Meet? Sort of. I have a few good mild runners already, so I think I will survive. But honestly, I'm not too sure. I'm actually trying to build my fundamentals up more, which is more along the lines of... Oh, they had another one? Okay, let's see which one they... So any creature in the graveyard that exiles, so you probably take out Casual. We don't have a good... really good take, so but we could just drop Mia. Our opponent, that is a stacked pool. The second one is not. Okay, so let's see what are our options. I can play this, discard, play this, try to empty it as much as possible. Okay, hold on. Discard. That leaves me with 4 mana, so this becomes an option. Yeah, the reason I'm holding on to this is because we are drawing cards equal to the difference. I'm gonna swing with these 2. I foresee that our opponent is going to try to take out Brackle. hoping for Zan. I'm hoping for Wrench to survive so we can buy. We can kind of buy it back. Yeah, you have to send multiples there. Oh, they're really sending multiples. So that said, we did. I think they're hoping to hit Hex of Undeath. They just don't realize that it's in the bottom 9. So and web effect will probably shock them. So the interesting thing we can do now is we can replay this, and yeah, we can replay this, take their other card again. Okay, I'm starting to think that this is like good. If you can drop it a bit early. Early, but not. So this is 5. We will have 4 mana left, and it's any card in the graveyard. So let's see what we take. Come on, connection. Oh, come on! Don't do this to me, game. I might have to stop the stream early and just continue this one. Wait, come on, put me back in the game. Put me back. Oh wait, no. Okay, if you saw that was a second win, so it looks like our opponent conceded, but okay, so was that second win or did we get a second? No, we got a second win. Okay, so that's kind of what happened. So missing our okay, yeah. I'm already starting to think that the surveyor is gonna sealed, but yeah, it's super. It's weird, but I've seen it happen before. Basically, because I've already noticed that there's some issue with our connection to the server, so it's possible our opponent already conceded, but that information got delayed. Server kicked you out only for the opponent concede the match. More likely, what happened was the opponent conceded already, but the server was a bit slow on the uptake. You're gonna connive this one, which is. You have to remember, this is a combat trick. This is like channel. And then discarded X, which is quite annoying. So that said, if they go for putting +1/+1 counters, that's 5/4, which we can snipe with Terrific Team Up. Oh, they are going to. We will have to take it first, though. That was a very good tag. I haven't gotten any Spider-Man cards, but this is the first set, and while I may be passing, it happens. It is a team that there has been kind of divisive for many people. It really depends on how you say this. It really depends on how invested you are in either staying competitive or, like, say, standard. So at that point, your point is buying singles, or or how invested you are in trying to get the latest and greatest. Personally, I'm not exactly that one. Oh, by the way, this is not sorcery limited. So Okay, so if we knife trick, oh, we can knife trick into prison break. Okay, knife trick into prison break. Get no, yeah, that one back is not bad. Probably better than getting sadistic. So. Yeah, I think the extra vigil. That said, our opponent could have another temple trap. So like, okay, that okay. Removal city. Merciless, so we could start surveilling. But for now, we swing. See if our opponent has yet more removal. It is what it is. We did have a bunch of spectacular tactics of our own, but neither our mana nor the rest of the deck really supported it. Spread target artifact. Looks like we're running any artifacts. I should also do a check on how many legendary. Well, we're definitely not. And this has lightning. Okay. This is not spider. Yeah, this is prop. Okay, so we do have one double black, but I am probably gonna pass on that. I probably would rather draw a wrench first if it gets that. Now we'll see if our opponent has to wait, because the lifelink is super annoying. We might be forced to like double block this way if they take this out. That's a no choice. Like, this card is really broken. And they have the standing for rescue, and hey, and all they got is to stay like. I should start shipping on it. I probably will play this first. Well, it's actually okay. This is just but because they can get one of their. This is non-land permanent, so they could, and they're definitely gonna get Louis back. Yeah, so they're just gonna get their two good cards back. So me removing this is not ideal. This is dice, so we have to find other ways for this to leave, but it's not happening anytime soon. Let me just take. So I think if they keep hitting us before we can hit that. Yeah, opponent just some blocks like that. Nice, we'll play this. We will start surveilling aggressively. Whatever aggressively means at this point. Now one trick they could do it, well they're gonna take that one out, but one real trick they could do is they could do it this on their own, so they could get Louis back. Destroy target creature with flying, military cards put a permanent card. I guess we take a risk with this one. Because at least the tree life will matter somewhat. First, let's make sure we don't tap the double black. Because we actually still use it. So let's see what 3 cards we get out of this. Thankfully, this doesn't have flash, but this is. But this will probably kill us if our opponent gets it back. If the server connection doesn't kill us first. The reason I kept that was because we could go 3 cards deep, which is much better than the Surveil. And yeah, considering we saw 2 lands off the top there, that was quite important for us. What's with the connection? What gives, game? Are there really that many people playing on Saturday? Maybe, which is why I don't normally stream. Yeah, what were the rares? But they did have a lot of well, it so happened that the 2 rares they had were kind of very important. Now we don't have an exile. A bounce effect would be nice because yeah, remember this is specifically dice, so anything that doesn't kill it, or rather doesn't send it to the graveyard, would net it for us. Wow, they really have all their... Okay, opponent had a really good seal. We have a Braco, which doesn't help us here. We really have to... Like, I guess I could start chump blocking. So I'm already in chump block mode right now, that's for sure. Okay. We're still gonna die though. Well, we could chump. Now, our opponent could just start holding back, in which case we need to find a way to... No, because, we'll see. Maybe, because I think our opponent thinks that we just block. Because I can just chump. Well, I can chump once right now. If I find any more smaller creatures, then I can just chump all day. We are forced to chump now. It has mana, so yeah, you're right, man. It with the 2 mana. Yeah. Yeah, this is our connection to the server is really not good. Game won't even give me the decency to concede here. I'm already disconnected. Okay. Next plan, I'm just gonna close this. I'm just gonna close this and open it again. The opponent would have dealt with us either way, so they're not exactly hanging. I'm gonna see if we can get the rest of the connection right, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the game. Though the more I think of it, I guess if everyone's sentiment is I don't want to invest paper in this set, people are really gonna play this in Arena. Because just because you don't want to get the cards does not necessarily mean you don't want to play the game. Like for so many years that I have not had access to cards or access to people who play the game. Well, let's see. Historically, the first time I started playing was around fourth edition Ice Age. Well, more exactly, 4th edition Homelands. That was when I first started playing. I stopped playing at... Okay, so 2 wins, 2 losses. 2 wins, 2 losses, shoddy connection. We'll see how things go. Um, First time I stopped playing was around Mirage Visions. Pretty much. We kind of got tired of getting the cards, I guess. From me and my neighborhood. Ooh, someone's doing really solid in limited. Good for them. Okay, so turn one knife tricks. Turn two, not great. Really not. But we will probably scout the city on to hit something. I really need to save this if I hit something much better, so yeah, opponent's gonna get a bit of a mana boost here. Wow, we lost return. That said, we can play Steel Web Surveyor and then just play Zach, but wow. Maybe I should have sniped this. Not too bad, I guess. I can start blocking this, but we're gonna have trouble with the later fight. Yeah, then the time I got back to playing again, it was around the start of Mirrodin. Okay, with the start, okay, definitely need to. Oh, really? The game really want to flood me. Okay, so if I swing with this, they block with this. This doesn't do anything. Definitely don't want any more lands on. Should have done this from the very beginning. But yeah, this game's a lost cause for us now. Ah, opponent had a very powerful start. We just had loaded up. Well, to be fair, our deck was really poor to begin with. If we blocked by more than one creature, yeah, also. That's a super explosive start. Yeah, we really have to kill the ley line. And I haven't been bothered. You know what? I'll just play this. I don't remember. Then we can see. Ah, that was super. No, that was super unfortunate of us. Not a great start. But if this is the way that the game is gonna go, I guess the one thing I'd be happy with is that the lifespan of this set is actually quite relatively short from a limited point of view. So I'm not. Hold on. Oh yeah, because 600 gems. The investment is 2,000. So yeah, we could have used one more win, but that wasn't happening. Not with the deck we had. Anyway, so very short foray into this. Could have used a lot. Yeah, could have used a lot more good rares, but I guess the highlight to remind us of this that this set has a lot. The rares have a big pivot. Like there's a bunch that are really good and there's a bunch that are really bad. And unfortunately for us, we opened all the really bad ones in blue, and we missed out on all the removal and all the good stuff. So yeah, we were not gonna get far and sealed. Maybe we'd get far in draft, but that is for us to see next time. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, whatnot. Thank you, Jericho Ilagan, for tuning in. Yeah, best of luck in Cancer Cup. Thank you, Andres Vega, for tuning in as well. Hope to see you guys again next time. Yeah, and hope you guys have a great week. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.